Okay. Let me put this right here.
You know, it's Lonzo.
Lonzo who?
Lonzo Ball. He has 2 jerseys that.
Oh. All right. Randy didn't. I don't know. This nigga got a small chair. Yeah, try to get him in the view. This nigga, I don't know what's going on with this nigga.
What you mean? There ain't no chair in here.
Let me see. Let me go on Instagram. All right, guys. Let's start the podcast. We're gonna get into tonight's podcast. We're gonna be doing the red. Nigga, what happened to the AC?
I turned it on.
Yeah, motherfucking burning up. Let me unzip this shit. I do KB here. No, you don't. I wouldn't mind letting you do it though. My shit need to get done over. My twist looking kind of. I'm probably. You gotta hit power first.
The power's on.
I guess hit it up there. Then I don't know. Let's see. We about to get started on the podcast. I think this is episode number 91 or 92. I've been growing my hair for 3 years now. Okay, we got a moderator in the chat. Let's go. I was waiting on you. I need to
I'm about to point out she a bad bitch on. So her number 7 once I get a bitch on.
Nigga love NBA Youngboy. All right, podcast number 91. All right, this is podcast number 92. I need everybody to go and tell these niggas on Fresh and Fit they need me on there. They absolutely need me on there. All right. Podcast number 92. Let's get into it. Tonight we're going to be talking about the red flags. Recently in the news, there was the news. Well, Instagram and nigga news, right? There was a episode of the episode. There was a topic of what's the NBA player's name again?
PJ Washington.
PJ Washington, and how it sounds like he was finessed by
down tremendously.
Brittany Renner. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna cover all the topics, all the logistics of this in particular situation. I see it's a hot topic. I was on live. You know, they gave me back my other Instagram that they deleted. So I was on there, and I think it said free PJ. He in that shit for 18 years. I don't think he getting free yet. But we're gonna get into the topic. We'll start after this song. This is Back Up by J.O. I think this is unreleased. But
I don't think I heard this.
Yeah, I like this one. We're gonna get into it after. Everybody that's coming onto the Zoom, mute your mics. If I have to tell you more than once, I'm blocking you. All right, but let's get into it. This is Back Up by J.O. Let's drop a motherfucking bomb for it. Okay.
Yeah. Drop another bomb.
Yeah. I need it.
Look, shit ain't looking right, shit ain't adding up. I did my homework, I did my math up. Niggas hate me cause they women show me mad love. Shit be getting easy when they know you got your cash up. All they do is chit chat, they ain't that tough. When they get that'll make them back up. And I'm on my bullshit, don't make me act up. Niggas with me about it too, they gon' make them act up. Right, make them act up, they gon' make them act up. Not enough room in the beamer, tell them lap up. If we do it in a backseat, it's a fast fuck. Pussy good is out of this world, I'ma act up. And I've been really thinking about it. Right. Will I ever quit? I hardly doubt it. Oh no. Bitch, I got my plan and it's right. Trying to have my name shot, it can't get played climbing, so I'm taking shit serious. Kill it, get delirious. Got these niggas mad, they on their period. They hear Jay coming, they heartbeat cause of all the fear in it. I can see the bitch tendencies cause you wearing it. Stop with all the tough talk, you ride through the curtains. I'm the realest out, and that's for certain. I'm being me and it's working, and I put my work in. They quick to tell a bitch that I'm the shit, so get the slurping. Yeah, and I don't really want fame. When I get it, ain't no turning back. Shit won't never be the same. Going out same way I came. I won't let no other nigga put up on my flame. You insane? Shit ain't looking right. Shit ain't adding up. I did my homework. I did my math up. Niggas hate me cause they women show me mad love. Shit be getting easy when they know you got your cash up. All they do is chit chat. They ain't that tough. When they get that, that'll make them back up. And I'm on my bullshit. Don't make me act up. Niggas with me about it too. They gon' make them act up. Right. Make them act up. They gon' make them act up. Not enough room in the beamer. Tell them lap up. If we do it in a backseat, it's a fast fuck. Pussy good is out of this world. I'ma act up.
All right, that was pretty fire.
Go crazy, Jay.
Now I'm on YouTube now, so if you guys want to join the YouTube live, I advise you guys to actually join the YouTube live, because we're on the YouTube live. I'm gonna start going live on YouTube. I've seen how these motherfuckers on Fresh and Fit was getting that bag for giving that subpar information. No shade to them. They just don't know. I like what they're doing. They just need my help. You know what I'm saying? And they got a better setup. It's okay, because listen, look, KB changed my life. I do that on a regular. I say marriages too. Subscribe to Patreon today. I'm feeling it. And the shit, I'm telling you, when I get to that level, it's gonna be a wrap, and it's gonna be too late for you motherfuckers, because I ain't even hit my.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Anyway,
Okay.
So if you guys didn't hear the story about PJ Washington, NBA, what I'll let Randy give you the logistics on what team does he play for?
He plays on the Charlotte Hornets. He's
Okay.
LaMelo Ball's best friend right now.
Okay.
Right now he's currently on his rookie deal.
Okay. What was his rookie deal again?
He only making about like $4 million a year.
Which is well above average. Still falls into the 1% of men, which is good.
0.01%.
What
0.01%.
Which is very good. Now
before, however,
what's his contract? What was his contract for this year?
This year I think he made $4
million. Oh, you said next year he's due for.
He's like 4 and change.
Okay, so it's about the same.
Yeah.
And this is a separate contract?
Rookie contract. Like, so in the NBA, when you sign, if you're a high first round pick like he was, you getting about $3-4 million a year. And then, from there, after your first 4 years, then they reevaluate. They see how far you progress. And then they either give you a lot of fucking money or, you're going to be struggling. So right now, it's not even guaranteed that he's going to be a superstar or even an all-star. He's not playing at an all-star level yet. So he hasn't even run into a bag, like a real bag that he could run into. Like a nigga like LaMelo, he's going to probably, his next contract after his 4 years, he's probably looking at 150-200 million.
Yeah, because he has a
PJ,
resume, and his father built him up, right?
Yeah, I mean, but he played well and he won Rookie of the Year. So that's
LaMelo?
Yeah, LaMelo
really?
won Rookie of the Year.
Is that the youngest one?
Yeah, he's the youngest one.
Wow.
So it's pretty much locked in. He's gonna get a bag as long as he stays healthy. Yeah. As far as PJ, it's not for certain. So I mean, he only had a really good year because of LaMelo. LaMelo was feeding his ass. Right. So I mean, he's one injury or a bad season away from really fucking up and not getting the bag like he should be.
Nigga better step up them stats.
He's only really gonna get like 12 million guaranteed. Whatever happens from there is gone. But otherwise,
okay. So
of that 12 million though.
So look. So now if you guys didn't hear about the story, PJ Washington, I didn't even notice he was married to Brittany Renner. Now, if you don't know who Brittany Renner is a long time Instagram girl, a celebrity. I don't want to.
We'll say she was a celebrity surfacer.
Yeah, she was famous.
She was surfacing the circle.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I remember when Instagram first started. I was a fanboy because I was younger. I was a fan of these girls. I was following them all.
See, I told you. Look what I told y'all years ago. What? I was like, I ain't fucking with her. Y'all was like, Randy, you bugging.
Yeah, he didn't like her energy, but I get it. And I did follow her on Instagram because she was bad. She's a beautiful looking girl. Let's be very real. Now the problem is,
her voice is annoying.
Yeah. She even wrote a book. She did the whole Superhead thing. Didn't she write a book about all the men she's been with?
Brittany Renner. Oh Lord.
Did she do that?
Yeah, she wrote a tell-all book.
She was
making videos, clowning all these. Like, all right. So the first thing, the person she's most famous for being with is Uzi.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
How you go from all over the board?
It don't matter. It's all Uzi, about the money.
PJ, I think she was fucking with. She was fucking with somebody else too. I can't.
I think Drake popped it, right?
No, she was trying to go after Drake.
Oh, he wasn't having it.
I don't think Drake got caught slipping.
Drake is smart.
She was fucking with a lot of. All right, so a lot of music industry artists, a lot of athletes. There was a football player too. But you know, she caught. The funny part is when PJ was still in college, so he's 18, turning 19. She was going to his game. She was scouting.
Oh, she was plotting.
She was scouting like an NBA scout.
Wow.
She was at the college games. Like, it's documented. There's photos of her at the college games. So she was plotting. 18 years old.
How old is he now?
He's 20.
And she's
21.
28. She's our age, right?
Yeah, she damn near about to be 30.
Yeah.
So she worked her magic, put it on him, and they happened to get married. I think either before his rookie season was over or after his rookie season.
So he married her at 19.
Pretty much.
This
married
bitch is 19. Wow.
She got pregnant.
It's a cat.
Oh, okay. She got pregnant. And then 9 months goes by.
Wow, now that you put it like that, I didn't even know all those things. So PJ Washington, it sounds like he didn't even stand a chance. See,
she laid the groundwork.
Normally I would say, and I was going to give some signs for you guys, and I know that I have a younger audience and a younger crowd on TikTok, but this is a great example, right? Now, very rarely, I mean, unless you're in that position, you got to know if you're in that position and you're in that position of being an NBA player, basketball player, or going to some high status type of ranking, you have to watch out for certain women because they are coming for you and they see you as a fucking meal ticket.
You know what's terrible too? So she was fucking with PJ, right? LaMelo dumbass was fucking with Tiana Trump. And they best friends.
Listen.
So it was like a best friend team.
Well, at least he didn't get her pregnant, right?
His father was actually there looking out for him. He was telling them to be smart about it.
But see, look, you have to understand when you're in that position, these women are gonna come for you, especially and you're in that position where it's very rare. They're gonna come for you. Now, in particular situation, it sounded like she was plotting, and some of the things that I'm gonna go over in this podcast, it sounds like he didn't even stand a chance. Because now that he put it like that, if this girl basically was acting as a recruiter coming to his games, all he sees is this hot ass girl on Instagram, lots of followers. She has status. I'm dating a girl who Lil Uzi dated. I'm dating a girl who all these celebrities dated. Oh, I'm definitely gonna take that. Oh, I don't care about her past. And a very young, naive, exactly, and a very young, naive guy doesn't understand. And I already know that those relationship dynamics, which a lot of people don't talk about nowadays, right? I already know they were fucked up. And I already know he was fucked. As an 18-year-old versus a 28-year-old, he didn't fucking stand a chance. I don't even have to ask. I don't need to know anything about it. I already know due to relationship dynamics, he didn't stand a chance.
But bro, like,
he didn't stand a chance.
Her history has been documented.
But look,
she snitched.
All right, but you have to understand he's 18 years old. He's 18 years old. You wouldn't expect for you to, all right, a 28, well, it's different when it comes to fighting. Fighting is a bit different. But you wouldn't expect you talking to a 20-year-old, right, versus a 28-year-old master, and they're playing a game of chess. Who's going to win?
Versus Canelo.
Exactly. Prime example. When Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest boxers of our time, fought Canelo, which is another great, phenomenal fighter. Floyd was 37 years old, undefeated. Canelo was also undefeated, but he was 23. You're talking about the best of the best. It's an 8-year gap, even though that gap was even a little bigger, but still he schooled him. The knowledge is different. So for this kid, PJ Washington, he didn't stand a chance mentally, right? And another one is relationship dynamics. And this goes to show you, when you talk to older women, do not be game. You have to be smart, especially if you're in that high position, right? You need to tag your favorite NBA player, basketball, NFL player, favorite boxer, and tag me in them. Because tag me in their comments, because nigga, I'm going to get them right. And they need to come listen to this episode and subscribe to the podcast. Because
that boy million.
This shit is, hey.
So now the rumor is so they got married, she got pregnant, mission accomplished. 9 months goes by. They have a beautiful child. About 2 weeks after the child is born, shorty filed for divorce.
So how long were they together? About a year?
Probably about a year.
But look, and I can tell you,
Look at all she accomplished.
Mute your mic. If I have to tell you twice, I'm blocking you from the Zoom call.
Look at all she accomplished.
But look at this. Look at it like this. I can understand a few things, right? Giving relationship dynamics. If you look at like the statistic that everybody gives, right? 80 to 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Okay, taking that. But it doesn't have anything to do with just because she wasn't being abused. We know that for a fact because the bitch would have probably said it. Unless it comes out in court, we know he got taken advantage of.
He was spoiling her.
But look, the point is, he did everything that society said to do. He did everything that society said to do, right? But that is the wrong thing to do, and he does not know relationship dynamics. Everybody, go tag PJ Washington, and my shit, and tell him that he needs to be subscribed to my podcast. He needs coaching. Tell him to pay for coaching. He got money. I know what he about to pay her. He could pay.
He don't got money no more.
He could pay for that. That $240 a month ain't nothing. But the point is, it's not because of somebody was being abused. It's not because a girl wasn't. He doesn't understand relationship dynamics. You're talking about an 18-year-old versus a 28-year-old. He didn't even stand a chance, right? Now, one thing that I want to do in the whole topic of this podcast is tonight, as we get into the second segment, is looking out for the red flags. So Brittany Renner, she wrote a book. She talked about it on Instagram all the time about how easy it is to finesse rappers, finesse these guys with money. I have a clip right here. Let's play the clip. Let's play the clip.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
Did you hear that?
In my experience,
listen again.
The worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
Hello.
She literally exposed the whole game plan.
She fucking said it. She said it. How long back?
This is years before.
They're the worst to deal with. Basically, her saying, if I'm gonna date anybody, I don't want an athlete. They're the worst to deal with. And none of them use condoms. How old is she? 28, 27? She knows she's approaching that 30-year mark. I need a game plan. I have the perfect idea.
In the fourth.
I ain't gonna have Kevin Samuels telling me I'm in the danger zone. Okay, I got 2 years until 30. Let me go plot on a young man. Let me scout this nigga out. She plotted.
What is she doing at a college basketball game?
She plotted on him. PJ Washington didn't stand a chance. And then on top of that, I could say if she got with him and he had me in his ear, maybe that was my brother, right? Maybe that was Idris or something. I said, listen, you do this, that, and the third, you're going to have that bitch hooked. You're going to have her in your fucking pocket. She ain't going to want to leave you because you got relationship dynamics and you got me as your big brother. But that wasn't the case for him. The case for him was he went in there blind, deaf, dumb, and blind, and went in there with a fucking lion. He was a baby. He was a kitten dealing with a lion, a lioness. He didn't stand a chance. Let's play the clip one more time.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really.
None of them use condoms.
If y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
None of them use condoms. If you want to come up off an athlete, it's really easy. It's really easy. Clearly,
you just get married, you scout them out, you get married, have a baby, and then divorce them after the baby's born.
Clearly, he wasn't using any condoms. Especially a young 18-year-old?
No, but I mean, she tricked him because it's not even about the condoms anymore. She got him to marry her.
Of course, he's 18.
So there's no condoms needed.
He's 18. He didn't even get to experience anything. The nigga ain't even hit 20 yet. Of course.
That is like precision.
Of course.
That is literally precision.
Of course. She had tons of experience through her 20s. She had her fun, right? She came up, she still eventually is going to want a man.
Oh, she'll get another one.
She's eventually going to want a man.
She'll get another one.
And of course, you could say she tricked him. You could say she plotted. She got what she wanted because she wasn't talking as a. I promise you, if she didn't want to have a baby with him, if she wasn't looking to have a child, she would have been left him. But she had a plan. She had a plan. That shit was premeditated. I don't even have to know the details. That shit was premeditated. Absolutely premeditated.
Flawless victory.
She gave it, and then the problem is he clearly didn't do his research on this girl.
All he did was look at her booty.
Off the rip from her, me knowing who all the men she's been with, I would have never wiped it. I would have put on 2 condoms. I would have, don't get me wrong, I would have touched it. I would have had to touch it. Let's be real. She's bad, right? She's bad. But I would have
telling these niggas I was gonna slap. I'm passing.
You didn't say that. You said you would hit. You said you wouldn't wife it, is what you said.
I said she got an annoying voice.
Yeah, but you said you would wife it.
Nah, I couldn't do it. I wife it. No,
no, you said you wouldn't wife it. You said you would hit it. Listen, the point is, I wouldn't wife it. Just off the respect that she done been. I can't. I feel like
this foolish ass comment.
I feel like it don't matter. The moderator gonna get him out of there if they talking crazy. No, he didn't. You think he wanted a baby? Listen, don't pay attention to the comments. I don't pay attention to the comments. Don't know. Listen, the point is, he got plotted on. But you have to look out for the signs, right? If a woman says something like that, if you see a woman man hopping, right? I gave you guys the statistics in Taking Her Soul, the podcast, and I even put that on YouTube, right? The statistics showed on the website that, and I gave the sources too. So go and listen to that. But women who are with multiple amounts of men have a hard time keeping long-term relationships. They have a hard time parabonding, right? They have a hard time making that sexual connection. Off that alone, I would have never wifed her. I would have never put a raw penis in her. Never. I would have never did it. But this is the problem.
Let alone we just regular dudes, let alone an NBA player.
Listen, this is the problem.
NBA players can get anybody they want.
You guys do not look for the signs. And this is a part of when I talk about dating low quality woman, right? She's high quality in the way that she looks, but this is why I tell you, for me, looks don't matter. And that's one thing that dating on dating apps had taught me the most. You can get a beautiful girl, right? But I see the signs because all women are not the same, but generally they are the same. When a woman starts to tell you on the first date, oh, if you cheat on me, I'll cheat on you back. That is a low quality woman. What a high quality woman? High quality woman will leave you. They're not going to cheat on you back. High quality woman, you cheat on me, I wipe my hands with you, you're done. Only a low quality female says, I'm going to cheat on you back.
That toxic shit.
Right? No, you're done. You don't give the woman a chance. Right? When a woman says, if she tries to hit you or if she says, oh, I'm crazy. Oh, I'm crazy. I don't play that. I'm crazy. If you on a date with her and she start talking crazy, oh, I'm going to be going through that phone. No, the fuck you not. What makes you think you're going to be going through? Oh, I'm just playing. Oh, I'm just playing. No, I don't play like that. Mm-hmm. You caught these women. When they show you the quality, the signs that they are low quality, she said, oh, I'm crazy. My last ex, I broke his window. Oh, you break windows. Oh, yes, I break windows. Okay. You finish the date. You finish out the date. You eat the food, especially if you at a restaurant of your choosing, especially if you were hungry. Don't text her back. She is low quality. High quality women will wash their hands with you and walk away. High quality women will walk away.
If they not reposting Justin LeBoy.
High quality women will walk away. High quality women, I'm talking about finessing this and that and the third.
No city girl speak over here.
Right? She gave you signs of a low quality female. You want to see? Let's play it again. You want to hear what a low quality female says?
Play the clip.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really.
None of them use condoms.
How do you know? Off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
In that sentence, right? In that sentence, some of the worst men to deal with are athletes, right? None of them use condoms. How many athletes has she had sex with to have this, to give this statistic?
And still married.
None of them use condoms.
And married an athlete.
Right? None of them do. That is an indicator. One, she's sleeping with a lot of high quality men, quote unquote, right? Hello. And you still wife this girl? Clearly he didn't do his research. Clearly he didn't know about her.
He fresh out of high school.
But see, listen, this is the problem. And this is the problem with the new
boy was in school 3 years
No,
ago.
listen. This is the problem with the new age and our generation, right? Women don't get, they say, oh, don't condemn a female if she has a lot of bodies. Oh, that's double standards. That's misogynistic. But the statistics show women who have a lot of bodies can't maintain a long-term relationship. And it's innate in men. It's an innate thing in men. When she has a lot of bodies, oh, I don't really want that. Stick to what your soul and what your mind is telling you. I don't care how good she looks. If she can't create a soul tie, why would you marry her? But you listen to society. Happy wife, happy life. You have to cater to. You have to. Or your wife is always right. You have to do everything she says.
He thought he could change
exactly. Life. And then you can't change her life. She done messed with how many rappers, and she makes money. She has millions of followers on Instagram. She makes her own money. I'm pretty sure she probably done racked up $1 million in the bank. She had a very successful book because why? Everybody wants to know her stories. Anyone that goes back, remember Superhead? That goes back to these old stories where I done seen these shit growing up. If any woman who puts out a book about having sex with multiple famous men, you do not wife her.
Literally.
Let alone marry her. You don't even make her your girlfriend. You take her for what she is. A pump and dump.
304.
Moderator, we got a lot of shit talking in the chat. Can you block them, please? Please, do your job. Come on, get them out of here. You need to shoot. Start anybody who say something crazy. Get them out of there. Get him out of there.
And now look, he's paying the ultimate price.
Now he's paying the ultimate price. How much you paying now? Supposedly
$200K a month.
$200K a month.
I mean,
$200K a month.
Let's do math, man.
$200K a month. Why? He's paying $200K a month because he didn't and honestly, I don't even blame him because he walked into a situation.
So that is currently $2.4 million per year for 18 years.
Damn. That's $43 million.
43 million. He don't even got $43 million. He don't have a sneaker deal. I mean, if he does have a sneaker deal, he don't got no signature shoe. They're paying him scraps. He's only on a rookie deal. He's probably guaranteed 12 million. And then he has to so he has to stay healthy. He has to play at a high level just to pay this girl, not even for himself or his family. For this girl. He don't even got the money. He's still 30 million short. And then they went off his potential. You can't go off somebody's potential because what if he get put overseas? They're gonna have to change. And you don't need $200,000 a month to raise a child. A month.
Oh my God.
She's gonna be living better than him.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Guys, let this be a lesson. When you see the signs, do not date low quality women.
Bruh.
Do not date low quality women.
Like, it's stressing me out right now. I'm not even involved.
Stay away from low quality women. Now, when they show you who you are, accept them for what they are. Accept them for what they are. She's not something you wife. Accept her for what she is. Now, let's be fair. We have to understand a woman's nature. Yes, women are going to want a man that can create a stable life for them. Women are going to want a man who is strong. It plays on a hypergamous nature. Women want a man who is ultimately, and they might not say it like this, they're going to say they want a man that's well off. They want a man that's going to secure the future, but ultimately they want somebody who's better than them, right? If a woman feels as if you're a loser, if she feels as if, oh, you can't provide, you can't do anything for her, she will not date you. she will not date you. She will not date you.
I mean, shit. Now at this point,
How many times have you heard a woman say, okay, I'm not dating a man unless he makes just as much or more? Now, you do have women who have psychological issues who like to date men and build them up, right? You have women like that. I've dated you have the fixer up women. You do have those women, but that's a psychological thing because most women aren't like that. Women are hardwired like that. If you show weakness, but that's what you got to understand. It's not always about money. You have to have relationship dynamics. So if you say a man that's making $1 million a year, the 1%, all these things, he's not high value. You have to be wanted, and you have to understand relationship dynamics, right? But one thing you have to be fair about, in Islam, there is something called a dowry, right? When you marry that woman, you have to give her a dowry. You have to give her something, whether it be money or a gift, whether that be 10,000, 50,000, a car, a house, something that is going to be hers if you were to leave her in that marriage, right? So if you even look at Islam, you look at religion, they understand, Allah understands a woman's nature, right? They understand a woman's nature. So to be fair, it is a woman's nature. And I don't even blame them. I blame society, and I blame everybody who is not subscribed to my Patreon. Because you don't, and not listening to my podcast. Why? Because you don't understand relationship dynamics. 80% of divorces, okay, you have that fact. Not everybody knows the reasons. What are the reasons? Not because women are initiating divorce because they're being abused, because they're being harassed. No, because they are falling out of love. It comes a point in a woman's life when she falls out of love. Why? Because men don't understand relationship dynamics, and I'll tell you one of the main reasons why.
He didn't say good morning to me today.
No, this is one of the main reasons why. Look, things become in a relationship, things become routine. Things become routine, and you get in a habit. And for men, that is okay, right? This podcast is ending on Spotify. We're gonna continue on YouTube. Things get comfortable, things get routine, things get boring, right? And in relationships, you need a balance. To keep a female long-term relationship, you need highs and lows. You need a balance of highs and lows. And there have been studies done that say when you have anxiety in a relationship, when you become unpredictable, when you don't give that woman certainty, that's how you keep a relationship long-term. Society doesn't teach you that. Society goes exactly against that. What does society say? Society says happy wife, happy life. Society says, oh, put her first. Now and then you have this society where technology has fucked things up because men are so accessible. So if a woman gets tired of you today, she can go on a dating app, which favors women. She can go on social media where you have so many guys racing to get these women because why? They're exposing they're exposing their body. They look beautiful. Everything is superficial and it favors women, right? This is what they're not going to tell you on Fresh and Fit podcast. Even Kevin Samuels, but it gets down to relationship dynamics. You have to understand how to be in this relationship. You have to understand how to be in this relationship. And why do women get tired? Because a lot of times in a relationship, a woman will fall out of love and they think that's a part of being a relationship. That's not normal. In a relationship where your woman says she wants to stop having sex with you. You know how many relationships I hear? Where older men say, yeah, eventually, if your wife is happy, you're going to be, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Eventually y'all going to stop having sex. No, the fuck we not. She stopped giving me sex. Rap, holla at you, baby. Let's on to the next one.
That's what I'll be telling Shorty. I'm like, yo, I have to be on my A game.
Exactly. And then that means if you give her that certainty, if she knows you will never leave, if she knows you're going to stay with her forever, what has happened? Oh, she gets boring. This is boring. I'm out of this relationship. Most women don't believe in sticking that shit out. Most women aren't going to suppress their hypergamous nature. Yeah, you have exceptions. You have the religious women. You have the women that have morals and ethics, right? You have women that'll say, you need to go listen to this man. I need you to take lessons from KB. I need you to subscribe to his podcast. And matter of fact, I'll pay for his podcast and Patreon.
Ooh,
you have women like that. You have exceptional women that know and understand the problem, and they will come to their man to tell them to fix it. But most women aren't like that because most women don't understand their nature, right? Because women are the most indecisive creatures on the face of the earth.
Are they worried about winning?
Right? and men don't know how to take the lead in their relationship. This goes back millenniums, and it's only today in today's society that women are given this new position and their roles have changed. Millenniums ago, it wasn't like this. If you didn't get married, if you didn't have a husband and take care of you, your family or your brothers or uncles or father was taking care of you. If you wasn't a wife, why do you think God in the Bible and in Quran, men are allowed to have multiple wives? Because back then, millenniums ago, if you didn't have a husband, you were either a prostitute or you were a concubine or you were a slave. You were a slave. Go to YouTube. You were a slave, right? So that's why some people say, oh, why would God allow that in the Bible? Because millenniums ago, things were different. And women have this new liberation in society, but it's new and it's only in the free world. I have no clients from the third world countries. You know why? Because society is different. Women don't have the liberties that they have today. They don't have the liberties that they have today. So when you give women this freedom, because religion and other societies, they understand a woman's nature. If you look at Islamic countries, women, they need a wali to travel. They need a protector to travel. Why do they need a protector to travel? Because they know their nature.
It's dangerous.
Not only is it dangerous, exactly. It is different. Women are decisive. You can't put a woman in control. Why? That's why divorces are being initiated. And this is something new. You go back in the 50s, 60s, if you didn't have your husband's dinner, that was an ass whooping.
Turner.
It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. If you went back 50s and 60s, a woman knew their role. Women weren't working like that. They were relying on their husbands to take care of the family. And society had more morals, and society had more ethics. Before the 1960s, homosexuality was considered a mental disorder. Society wasn't being feminized. The masculine man was still a thing. And it is in a woman's nature to want to be with a masculine man. Why do you
just ask a woman?
They will say, oh, I'll be feminine, I'll submit for the right man. They say it all the time because men today are being feminized. And why do you think I brought up that fact about homosexuality being considered a mental disorder before the 1960s? Why? Because societies today is beginning to be feminized. And women will say, oh, it's okay to express your emotions. It's okay to do that. But it goes against their very nature. Why do you think God says in Quran and God says in Bible, right? You are supposed to submit to your man and your man is supposed to lead that relationship.
We're the real man.
So if you are a God-fearing man and you believe the Bible is the truth and the word of God and Quran is the word of God, then checkmate, bitch. Fuck is we talking about? Listen to your religion. Hello. What are we really talking about?
They want chicks the bag. No.
Exactly, because you can't put a woman in charge of your relationship. That's divine. I'm speaking divine shit right here. It's from God. And if you don't believe in God, you don't have to believe in God to believe that. Look at the situation of relationships. Why are women initiating divorces? Because men don't understand relationship dynamics. They don't know what they're doing, and they're not subscribed to my podcast and Patreon.
And she's like, word, if he don't want to do what he's supposed to be doing, I still win anyway.
And then when she divorces you, she taking half of everything. She could have been a complete loser. This is why the whole 50-50 thing is bullshit.
It's literally a win-win for women.
Our court systems do not favor men. They don't favor men.
They either get an excellent marriage, they get half.
And this is a shit.
And they can start over again and find a new man.
This is the things that you're not gonna hear. This is the things that you're not gonna hear on the Fresh and Fit podcast. You might hear some of it on whatchamacallit, on Kevin Samuels, but he's still not teaching relationship dynamics. He's not, because I had two people. I had a coaching client, one, and I had somebody who booked a private consultation. He told them just get rid of her, which is good advice. But not everybody wants to leave their relationship. They want to turn it around. They love their wives, but they don't understand women and they don't understand how to be in a relationship. You got to understand, women are taught this shit from a very young age. And from a very young age, women they learn about relationships. They always talking about relationships. They sit on the phone for hours talking to their little girlfriends in school about relationships while we out playing basketball and playing sports and fucking worrying about how many boogers are in our nose. I didn't stop playing with toys until 13. Literally little action figures. And I still collect them. I still got, you know how many funk ups I got?
When I was grounded at the crib, I was using them shits all the time to keep myself entertained.
I was still playing with toys at 13. Some of these girls were dating and had boyfriends and looking at Lifetime and love stories. When it comes to emotional intelligence, women are a little more advanced than men are.
Very socially aware.
And then exactly. And then on top of that, society is against men when it comes to relationships. So a lot of the times I don't even blame women. I understand their nature. I understand who they are. So I don't run into these issues. When a woman leaves, and then even when she leaves, you can fix that situation sometime. You don't panic. Men panic. How many men, and I bet any woman in the chat, if you say, okay, well, you left this man, what did he do? Most cases, a man's gonna blow up your phone. He's gonna chase you. He's gonna pull up to your house. And what does that do? That turns that woman off even more. They don't know what to do in that situation. But if you would subscribe to my Patreon, you would know what to do in that situation. Most people don't understand relationship dynamics. So you have a lot of people that give statistics and they'll say this and that and the third. But PJ Washington, he didn't understand none of that. And he was 18.
Jumped headfirst into him.
He was 18. Most men, if she leaves you, I give a formula on what to do on Patreon. You don't go chasing her. You don't chase her. That is the wrong thing to do because it's going to turn her off more. And even if she says, and I don't care because women say this shit all the time. They say, oh, I want this, I want that, and the third. And I speak to men every day. If I'm not speaking to my coaching clients, I have about 10 to 12 coaching clients who pay me $240 a month. I speak to every day about relationships. And then I have guys who book private consultations. What do they say? They say all the time, she asked me to show more emotions. She asked me to show this, that, and the third. And I did it, and she left me for it. She punished me. Women say they want shit all the time. Prime example, you ever take your girl and she say, I don't know what I want to eat? You have to decide for her. And it's the same thing. She'll say she wants these emotions. She'll say she wants all of this stuff. She does not want. Let's say if she says she wants you to talk to her more, she wants more attention. Okay. She's not going to tell you, I want you to give me more attention, but have a balance to where you're not over obsessing and you're giving me too much attention and quote unquote love bombing me. If you don't know what love bombing means, that means it's a psychology term for giving a female too much attention and suffocating her. They're not going to say, I want you to give me attention and show more affection, but don't love bomb me. They're not going to be specific like that. They're just going to say, I want more attention. And you not being aware of relationship dynamics, you're going to go and give it to her. And once you give it to her, it's going to turn her off. So she's going to either pull back one or just completely leave you. Men don't understand relationship dynamics.
Shorty be like, you always choose the right spots. You always know what to order. Like, I'm just going to let you do it.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. When she says she doesn't want something to eat, you say, you know what? I'm getting pizza. Now you can come along if you want, or you can starve. And now if you're going to get some food. And so until you actually make a decision for what you want, I'm going to go get pizza. I'm not sitting here waiting on you. Men don't understand relationship dynamics. And I'll give you some free sauce. One of the keys to keeping a relationship long-term, highs and lows. You need a balance. Women love drama. Women love anxiety. Now, there are always exceptions. You have exceptions to the rules. You do have females who are not about drama, who are not about all that other stuff. You do have exceptions to the rules. But most women, you need highs and lows. There have been studies done that say when you implement anxiety in your relationship, it increases her attraction. Her attraction builds for you. It builds for you. Why do you think toxic men are so fucking successful? Look at Future.
11 kids.
And I heard about the Lori Harvey story. Yeah, she's with Michael B. Jordan, but Lori Harvey begged for him back, sources say. Mm-hmm. Hello. Toxic men have an understanding.
I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time. Once Michael B. Jordan get her pregnant, y'all know what time it is.
It don't even matter.
History will repeat itself.
It don't even matter. Somebody go tell Michael B. Jordan subscribe to my shit and get some coaching.
And that boy actually does have money. So when she hits him, oh my God.
But the point is, guys, PJ Washington fucked up. He fucked up, and he didn't even stand a chance, because not only did he not understand relationship dynamics, he didn't know what was coming. He didn't know what was coming. So now he has to pay, over the course of 18 years, $43 million.
And he's not even guaranteed to make that.
So what he has to do, he has to dig deep, put his big boy pants on, and actually become a better basketball player, because that's all he's got. Because if he doesn't get some great contracts, if he doesn't start scoring more, if he doesn't start putting up those LeBron numbers or Kobe or Michael Jordan numbers, he's fucked.
More than fucked. He gonna be in jail.
And on top of that, he better start investing his money.
She can get him arrested.
Because $43 million is not guaranteed.
He's good for about 12.
And then on top of that, on top of him increasing his value as a basketball player and making it smart investments, he needs to subscribe to my fucking Patreon and pay for coaching. Because the world needs me.
Because his coach ain't doing it right now.
The basketball coaches that ain't doing it.
But you got to think about it too. All right. Not only is he got to make money for himself, right? He also has a sports agent. He's got lawyers now.
He got to feed his family.
He has a kid. And he has to take care of her. And he's only making like $4 million a year.
And $4 million does sound crazy. It doesn't sound crazy. But if you look, you're talking about the average person, that is crazy. Most of the United States don't even make $200,000 a year.
And she about to get 200 bands a month.
13 to like 12% of men in this country make $200,000 a year. PJ Washington is fucked. He's fucked.
How? It's not even guaranteed. He's odds are, the way his career is going through the first 2 years, he's not even going to be an all-star.
He got to step it up. He got to be on that court playing like his life depended on it. Because over 18 years, if he really had, I hope that's not true.
Has to be. Think about it. Look, this almost happened with Kobe.
What? Oh, well, his wife almost divorced him?
Yeah.
Oh, she would have got more than that.
Yeah, she was about to get 150.
Nah, he would have had to put the hit out. It would have been cheaper.
They almost got Kobe the same way. But she stayed with him. And I mean, it paid off for her in the long run. So this is what I'm saying. No matter what, when a woman gets into a marriage, it's a win no matter what. You could either be Vanessa Bryant or you could be Brittany Renner. Which way will she choose?
How you want to play?
Depending on how you stay on your... Kobe was on his fucking A game after she got back with him. Lived out the rest of his life, and now she's cashed out for life. Brittany Renner gave birth to a baby. 2 weeks later, files for divorce. She's set for the next 18 years. And she could get into another relationship. As long as she don't get married again, she's good. He has to keep paying her.
Anyway, guys, we're going to end off this podcast, and then we're going to do question hour. We're going to take some questions. Now, as you guys know, we no longer take questions on live. We do take questions on a Zoom call. So if you want to listen to the questions that my guys have on the Zoom call, you can do that. If you do have questions and they are not relationship dynamics related, and I don't consider this red pill talk, I consider this relationship dynamics, because not only do I talk about relationship dynamics, I don't just talk about, how females' nature. I talk about fixing situations. And your favorite red pill YouTuber, most of them are not talking about that. But yeah, so we're going to end this off with J.O. This is an unreleased song called Back Up. And then after that, we'll take some questions. Moderator, do your damn job. I see a lot of shit talking.
Tyler Hero's not up next. You heard it from me first. Michael B. Jordan. If he marries Lori Harvey, Michael B. Jordan is up next. Michael B. Jordan. That's who you need to be on the lookout for.
I mean, but she comes from money.
She gonna get it.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey is on it.
Look,
He's flying.
shit ain't looking
Steve
right,
Harvey
shit
is
ain't
flying
adding
Michael B. Jordan to
up.
mine.
I did my homework, I did my
speak.
math fun. Niggas hate me cause they women show me mad love. Should be getting easy when they know you got your cash up. All they do is chit chat, they ain't that tough. When they get that, that'll make them back up. And I'm on my bullshit, don't make me act up. Niggas with me about it too, they gon' make them act up. Make them act up, they gon' make them act up. Not enough room in the beamer, tell them lap up. We do it in a backseat, it's a fast fuck. Pussy good is out of this world, I'ma act up. And I've been really thinking about it. Will I ever quit? I hardly doubt it. Oh no. Bitch, I got my plan and it's right. I'm trying to have my name shot, it can't get played climbing, so I'm taking shit serious. Kill it, get delirious. Got these niggas mad, they on their period. They hear Jay coming, they heartbeat cause of all the fear in it. I can see the bitch tendencies cause you wearing it. Stop with all the tough talk, you ride through the curtains. I'm the realest out and that's for certain. I'm being me and it's working, and I put my work in. They quick to tell a bitch that I'm the shit, so get the slurping. Yeah, and I don't really want fame. When I get it, ain't no turning back. Shit won't ever be the same. Going out same way I came. I won't let no other nigga put up on my flame. You insane? Shit ain't looking right, shit ain't adding up. I did my homework, I did my math fun. Niggas hate me cause they women show me mad love. Shit be getting easy when they know you got your cash up. All they do is chit chat, they ain't that tough. When they get that, that'll make them back up. And I'm on my bullshit, don't make me act up. Niggas really about it too, they gon' make them act up. Make them act up, they gon' make them act up. Not enough room in the beamer, tell them lap up. We do it in a backseat, it's a fast fuck. Pussy good is out of this world, I'ma act up.
Yeah, he set himself up too.
All right.
Bobo,
So-
the ugliest nigga in the world, dating some cute ass white girl.
That's that like the African dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is she not white? She's like Hispanic. She looks.
One of them. Either way,
Yeah, she playing the long game. She playing the Brittany Renner game. Yeah.
he not even gonna get. He not even getting paid like that. He's probably making $1 million.
You see, he sent the $5,000. I could send a bitch $5,000. That ain't nothing. I ain't sending nobody $5,000. I may. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. You see, I'm getting money now. I'll take you on a trip. I'll pay for most of the things because Islamically, that's how I was raised. Right? I wasn't doing it before, but shit, I got it now, baby. But I ain't sending you no money. No, absolutely not.
I don't know, man. Dude, it's an attack on men right now, man. These dudes is under fire. It's not looking too good, bro. It's not looking too good.
All right, guys on Zoom, shoot me some questions. Oh,
it's not looking too good, man. KB, you said women don't leave for cheating, but
They
also
don't.
said high value women can leave. Expand on that.
I don't understand. First of all right, I'm gonna answer this question only because he read it. Stop, leave him alone. We don't pay attention. He not trained like I am. He gotta be disciplined. I'll answer this one question only because Randy said it. He said, KB, you said women don't leave for cheating, but also said high value women leave you. Can you expand? Well, what I'm saying is, yes, women won't leave you for cheating.
If you got game.
Yeah, if you have game. For example, I can't give you the whole key to get away with cheating. If you want to learn how to get away with cheating, go on the on Patreon. I put that whole thing on there. But one of the keys is that you got to have game, right? But what I'm saying is, for example, look at Sierra, right? Every man who cheated on who she was with, she left them, right? She left them. But when you have game, because most of you guys don't have game, and you built the attachment, and you know how the correct things to do to get away with that cheating and that situation, you'll get away with it. But in most cases, and this is the case, if you look at the situation with marriages, why most women initiate divorces, because most men don't know what they're doing. That's one. Most women don't want to stay with them to begin with.
It's
right?
a win-win situation.
But they won't leave for cheating, because the cheating it fucks with their insecurities, and now they feel like they're not good enough. So now they want to fulfill that thing where they're good enough. Now a high value woman is gonna say, you know what, I'm done with you, unless you have game and you know how to get away with cheating. But and I don't recommend cheating, right? I don't recommend that's something you do. because I don't cheat in relationships. There's no point. It's no point in cheating, right? You just don't be with them. Simple. If you're not ready to be in a relationship, don't allow yourself to be manipulated and forced into a relationship. Simple as that. But what I'm saying is, a high value woman, if you cheat on her, she will just leave you, versus a low value woman who says, if you cheat on me, I'm gonna cheat on you back. You know how much effort that puts? You have to keep the effort to not only one, to stay with this man, even though you are upset, you are unhappy, so you're gonna stay with this man and then pretend to be happy just to hurt his feelings. That is a low quality female, because the effort you're putting in just to get him back, it's a vindictive thing to do.
And in the end, she's fucking herself over.
Exactly. You're lowering your value.
Not the body.
And then it's just a big mess. It's just a big mess. Why put somebody through that same hurt that you went through? Why would you do that? That is not a high value woman. But getting away with cheating, that takes game. That's a whole different level. That's why I advise you to join Patreon. It's totally different ball game on there. This is PJ Washington. All right, guys on Patreon, you got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. What's up?
You say that video's on Patreon, but I paid for the $16 and I couldn't find that video anywhere. Is that like for the $54 or the
how to get away with cheating?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Washington.
That's H-I-N-G.
I was just putting this. Now wait a second. You said it's not on there?
Yeah, I can't see it, or I just can't find the name of the video.
Did you scroll through all the videos?
Yes.
You sure?
Scrolled all the way back to like August last year or July or something, 2020. I couldn't find it. Do you know what the name of it is?
Hold on 1 second. Let me check.
Which video?
It's literally titled how to get away with cheating.
Even if I search it how to, it doesn't come up.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to find it for you right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let's go to profile. Because if this is an issue, because I know that it's on boom, post, publish. Because I know that video is on whatchamacallit. Let's scroll. Q&A, the reset, mental health, polarizing your relationship in dark game. Why is my girlfriend ignoring me? Gaming virgins, controlling the narrative. How to get girls to like me. There's levels to game. Why men win. Don't show too much emotion. Dark game series. Approach game for newbies. Let's see. How to get out of the friend zone scammers.
Damn, you got a lot of videos.
Relationship dynamics. How to handle a relationship. What? Okay. How to correct a girlfriend when she leaves you. Okay. Okay, yeah. Hold on. How to handle the problem, mistakes men make approaching my intentions. Okay. I'm not seeing it.
Well, this is 2021. He said it was from 2020, right?
No, I posted it again.
He posted everything.
Hold on a second. Kegels. How to make a girl squirt. Semen retention. Let me see. I did a gym approach, sexual tension, phone game, Spotify, building a rotation, different types of anxiety. Okay, so I feel like it's on here. Hold on. How to train your bitch. Oh yeah, if you listen to How to Train Your Bitch, that's another good one too. Approach anxiety, building comfort. All right, so compliant. It might not be on there. So what I'm gonna do right now, while we're on live, I'm going to find it for you. Let's see. Boom, boom. How to get rid of her guy friend. Because there's a lot of ones that I thought was on there. Maybe I just never posted it. How to get away with cheating.
Some of them might be on Spotify too, because I see a few on Spotify.
Yeah, that one I pulled off of Spotify because that's too much sauce. So what I'm gonna do right now is, I'm just gonna upload it again. I'm gonna download it, And then
podcast number 50. I want to say 50.
All right. So what I'm doing right now, I'm downloading it. Let me check one more source, because that is a good one, and I'm glad. I thank you for pointing that out. Because if it's not on there, then we need to get it on there. So it's probably on YouTube. Let me check. If it's not on YouTube, then I'll make it a priority to upload it tonight. What the fuck is going on?
Sweet. Cheers, mate.
No problem. No problem. Just give me a second, guys. I'll answer the next question in a second. I just want to check something on YouTube to make sure that it's on there, because if it's on there, then let's see, videos, manage channel. Because if the video is actually on there, then I don't have to recreate it. All right, don't make these mistakes. Q&A. The reason
You would put that on YouTube?
Yeah, but what I do is I put it on unlisted, so they can't see it, and I just throw it on.
That's right there with the Thanos.
Where?
That's a 3-minute one.
How?
Right there. It says public.
Oh shit! Why is it 3 minutes though? All right, so I see what I guess I made a mistake. All right, so I guess I'll just upload it again. Woman never leave for but that's a TikTok. That's different. Let me check. Boom, 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 boom. Approach game. How to get girls' numbers. Mistakes men make. What is this? Boom, boom, boom. Hold on 1 second, guys. Give me. Let's be patient for a second. I'm just trying to find this video. If it's not there, building comfort, approach anxiety, competition anxiety. Yeah, it's probably not on here. All right. So I'll upload that when we get off of live. All right, let's get another question because it's not on there right now.
Yeah, I got a quick one. Oh,
What's
sorry,
up?
you go first. You go first.
Yeah, what's up, man? I'm just wondering, so when it comes to
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
Yeah, so when it comes to I guess sort of checking the girl you're with, how severe or like how major and like the things that she does should you check, and then what are the things that like you sort of just like let brush off, as in you ignore?
Well,
like,
you got to understand there's a difference between disrespect and joking, right? If she's blatantly disrespecting you, right, you have to check that, and it's better if you check those things at the beginning of the relationship, because one of the biggest mistakes guys make is they'll be 2 years into a relationship and then they hear one of my TikToks and I say you have to check her if she's being disrespectful, and all checking is just setting boundaries. That's all that ever is, right? So when you set these boundaries at the beginning of your relationship, so things like if she says, "Oh, fuck you, you bitch ass nigga," or if she says something amongst those lines, or if she talks about you in a way that you don't like, right? Anything that you find or deem to be disrespectful. Now, the thing is, you have to understand jokes, because if you can't take a joke, you just come off super insecure and sensitive. Now, when you check her for being disrespectful, she might try to say, "Oh, you're just super sensitive," but that's not the case. Like if she says, "Oh," if she tries to hit you, you don't play the hitting game, because hitting starts off playful, but then when it becomes serious and you never checked it at the beginning and it turns into an abusive relationship where you find her always hitting you, you say, "No, I don't play like that." She was like, "Oh, you're so sensitive." Okay, call it what you want. You can do that with other guys, but I don't play like that. Do not put your hands on me. Simple. You have to check these things from the gate. And that all that is setting boundaries. And setting boundaries go both ways. Now, if you want more specifics, it would probably take a whole video. I would say things like hitting. What are things you find disrespectful to you? Her calling you a bitch, her calling you a coward, her calling you anything outside your name. Yeah. But you have to understand what's disrespectful and what's a joke. So you have to know the difference between these things. You understand?
All right, and then so like, what about if she tells you to do something? Because like in my specific case, the girl I'm talking to, she's like, don't tell me you have to tell me something, and then don't tell me you have to tell me something later. Just tell it to me right away. Because like I do that a lot. I'll be like, yo, I gotta tell you something later, and she doesn't like that, and she's like, yo, don't. Like she's like, just say it in the moment. Like don't.
And what do you say when she says that?
Oh, I just replied, we'll talk tomorrow. I don't like texting.
Well,
Good,
that's a compliance test. You need to go back and look at the video compliance test. That one's actually on there because I just scrolled through all the videos and I saw it. A compliance test. I don't want to, because I'm also on live, so I don't want to give them too much sauce. Go watch that video on Patreon on compliance test. That's the answer to your question. Yes, right. Compliance test. Next question. Shoot it out there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I know what to do and how to keep your frame and all that, but what do you say when in the moment when they say like, oh, I want you to, they pull that bullshit like, oh, I want you to show your emotions. Like, what do you actually say back?
You say, I'll work on it. You can say, I'll work on it, but it doesn't matter because actions speak louder than words. Or you can say, no, you don't. But like I show it. But see, it's a thing where you don't want to completely neglect her. If you know that you're not neglecting her, right? Because if you neglect a girl long enough and she says, okay, well, you know, oh, you don't spend any time with me, and you actually only see the girl once a month, you might be neglecting her and she might leave you for that. But if you know that you're not showing too much emotions and this and that and the third, you can say, no, you don't. You don't want me to show emotions. Or you can say, cool, I'll work on it. But just don't actually show too much emotion because it's a trap. Women beg for things that they don't want all the time. And then when they actually get it, it's done. Because you got to understand, women put woman ideals on everything. Women they don't have the ability to think like men. They project these ideals because they think that's the way things are supposed to be. Right? You understand that concept? That how women put things on, or you don't understand?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's good.
If you understand that,
response.
Yeah, if you understand that, then it doesn't really matter. You can say, if you can be like, yeah, cool, I'll work on it. Or you can say, no, you don't. But just don't actually do it. Because once you do it, you're going to pay for it one way or another. She's either going to pull back. And you got to understand, when she's nagging you for more attention, she's nagging you to show you more emotions. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. And I just saw this on Fresh and Fit podcast. This guy was saying nagging is not a bad thing because she nagged you for more time, and next thing you know, you're spending every day with her. Then you get boring, and now she wants to leave you, or she wants to take her space because you're love bombing her, right? You're familiar with that term, love bombing. Now your relationship is close to being tarnished. You don't listen to those type of demands. And if you're on your purpose and you're a purposeful person, you can't be spending too much time with her and showing too much emotions. That's like when it comes to crying in front of a female. I did a whole podcast on that, which I might pull and put on Patreon too, because that's a real source for it. But I feel like men should know that should be free knowledge to don't cry in front of a female, because some men don't know that. But if you haven't listened, go subscribe to the podcast and listen to that shit, because you motherfuckers need help if you crying in front of a female. That is the absolute worst thing you can do. You will turn her her vagina will be like a faucet that you just turn off. It won't even leak. It'll turn into the Sahara Desert. But yeah, when she says stuff like that, don't even just say, yeah, okay, I'll work on it. Cool. Brush it off. Don't even have the conversation. Like, yeah. So anyway, what do you want to eat? You know what I'm saying? Next question.
All right. I got a question on if you think like this person is faking the funk. Like, so a week ago, we were talking about like ghosting people, and she said that, oh, if a person, like, she was directing it to me, if a person were to ghost me, I wouldn't even care. I would just go on about my day.
Okay.
So and she told me that like a week ago. Okay. So recently, we got into this thing about like checking my phone or whatever, and I told her, oh, if the last text was 2 days ago.
Is this the same girl you asked about last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, you're trying to be controlling. I'm not going to keep arguing with you. about female friends. It is ridiculous. Like, but they're not female friends. They're more than friends, but I tell her they're friends. And then I say they are friends. That's that. This is the last time I'm going to go over this topic with you. And then she responded, whatever. And I haven't responded since. And I've been like posting on my story, like having fun. And then I see that she sends it to like one of her friends I know, because I can see that. Right. And I don't have her added on anything. So that's how I know she's like showing her.
So what was your question?
Oh, if you think she cares about being ghosted or not?
Well, every girl cares about being ghosted. I mean,
what? He doesn't want to give me attention.
Exactly. Every girl cares about being ghosted. But the difference is, depending on if you built the attachment yet, right? Because it takes even there were studies done about men and women falling in love. In the studies showed that men fell in love in a matter of days to weeks, and it took women months to fall in love. Right now,
they'll say it.
Yeah, and but do they actually, is the attachment actually built? So in that case, yeah, even momentarily, right? If you already got the cookie and you've been talking to her for a few weeks and you ghost her, these girls are different nowadays. These girls are moving like men. So she could care, but not care enough to be chasing you. But once you built the attachment and you got her soul and you built that sexual connection, a sexual bond, she gonna care. Not only is she gonna care, she's gonna blow up your phone. So if you know that attachment is built, she ain't going nowhere.
Right.
She'll be back. I promise you. Especially when she thinks she's the only one in that position. Then if you got real game, see, that's why if you was boy, I could twist that 12 different ways that'll work in your favor. But yeah, that it all depends. It's certain, subjective. Every situation is a little different. Next question. If you ain't got no more questions, we're gonna get off this. Randy got work in the morning. I have to set an alarm to wake this nigga up. Come on. You got a minute. If you don't ask a question in a minute, I'm logging off. And we're gonna call it a night.
In your experience, after stuffing up so bad, doing like the total opposite to what you say and all that, well, I only obviously learned like about a month ago, got onto you, then changed my life, right? But if you've stuffed up so bad in your experience, is it possible to recover from it? Even if you do all the things you say and like a good reset, does it really work that well, or is it?
Of course a reset works. Did you watch that video?
Yeah.
So I have a few coaching clients. Now, the guys who pay for coaching in order to fix the situation, but see the problem with that, when you rely on coaching, it becomes almost addictive, right? So they rely on me so much that some of these guys, like, that's why I have a bit. Yeah, they come to me for every. What do I do with this? What should I text her, right? But a reset always works. And the only guys who take coaching who don't see success are the guys who don't listen. And you got to understand, when you do a reset, if you watch the video, when you do everything in that video that's called for a reset, it's because one, you've been with this person for so long, and they know you like the back of their hand, and it's a routine. So when you try to change it, once you already been this way for so long, one, they feel as if they know you, and they feel as if you trying to show this new thing, it's not real. She might think you're faking the funk, right? Two, it hasn't set in. It's not a new habit yet. So when I say a female disrespects you, you need to take some space to communicate to her that it's serious. But when you've been with this person for years, because actions speak louder than words, you need a reset. You need space. You need space. And I experiment with this so many times, and they always come back. What happened with you and what's her name? Cece.
Yeah. He
He had a big reset. She came back. They always come back.
a whole year off.
Well, that was an exceptional situation because she thought she was done. But usually when you've been with a person for years and you start to display new character, it only usually takes a month or two, sometimes less than that. But the thing is, even when she comes back after a week or two, and the same thing works vice versa usually.
But like I stopped hitting her up.
Yeah, but
so that's why I was gone for so long. I wasn't trying to get it back.
But even when it's a week or two and you've been with somebody for years, you might need longer than a week or two, because after a week or two, she might say that she wants you, but you can't let it come back easy, because you have to say, I don't know yet. And when you don't let it come back easy, then you have her in a more submissive position, and then trust me, it'll work. The only reason it doesn't work, because guys, it's the unseen. It's that uncertainty that you have from not speaking to someone, right? When you don't speak to somebody for a month, what most guys think that, oh my God, what if she doesn't talk to me anymore? What if she moves on? What if she starts having sex with somebody because I'm not communicating with her?
Can't even trip off.
Exactly. But the one thing you have to understand, you not saying anything, you are communicating. You are telling her that you have confidence. You're displaying to her that you don't need her. You're inserting anxiety, and all those things are going to build her attraction for you, and she's going to want you back. And then she's thinking about you. What are you doing? Are you talking to other girls? That space builds attraction, and you're giving her an immense amount of time to miss you. So there's a lot of different things to that situation, the reset, that actually works. And that's actually a part of getting away with cheating. That's one technique to also getting away with cheating is also a reset is in call for that. But no, it definitely works. But most guys don't have the patience, and they have that uncertainty, and they don't have that thing where it's like, be calm, cool, and collected, and stay a man and give that person their space. Because if you really, really want to fix that situation, you'll take that reset for what it is. So, and by the way, if you're not on Patreon, subscribe to Patreon and get that reset and learn what that is. But if she loves you, trust me, she's going to call. She's going to contact you somehow. She has to. But most people aren't privy to this information. So this is like speaking a whole nother language, especially for men. Especially if you leave under circumstances where you're like, I'm tired of this behavior. I'm tired of you disrespecting me. And you just straight up leave. Because most women can't deal with the fact that you left them. Especially if she was going to leave you first. How dare you leave me? Especially if, like, I hear this all the time. Women think, oh, I got with this ugly ass nigga. And he got the nerve to leave me. Ungrateful. I gave you a chance. They have too much pride. They can't deal with the fact that you left them. So not only do they want to get you back to maybe try to leave you, but when they try to get back, you got to make them work for it. And trust me, I don't care how much pride she has. If she genuinely loves you, she's going to contact you and want you back. The reset works like magic. It's a no contact rule. But a part of the reset, you just can't let them have it. You can't let them have it easy. But yeah, it definitely works.
I'll go on a date with the hottest girl I know and I'll post it.
What happened?
I said, I'll go on a date with the hottest girl I know and then I'll post it. We'll see what happens then. It's been like 2 months.
Okay. It's easy to get a girl back, man. You just have to become that person who you was at the beginning.
Yeah, very true.
That is one of the techniques that I gave on that I give to my guys who are trying to get a girl back. So no, you're on the right. You have to on your profile, and this is free sauce, guys. You have to display happiness. You have to display that your life is happier while you're with her, while you're not with her. Right? And whatever you did to fuck up, you got to make sure, one, you don't make those mistakes again, but you got to make sure she's seeing you. And you can't blow her up. You can't contact her. You have to cut all contact. And sometimes you got to go even further to make sure you're in her face and you find a situation where she sees you shining. Sometimes post a better looking girl on your page. It's a lot of different techniques to get a girl back. But one thing you have to do is focus on you and stop talking to her. You have to become that person who you were and show that you. One of the biggest things to get a girl back, if she sees you become successful without her, then especially
that's gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt them the most. Be more successful. Work on yourself. Get more drive.
Fix you up. Position her how she wanted you.
Exactly.
And then you just shine. Ooh.
That's a female's worst. That's a female's worst nightmare.
She might kill you.
You becoming successful. You hitting the lotto. You becoming a more higher value person when you're not with her. She's gonna be like, why couldn't he do this when I was with him? female's biggest regret. I promise you she'll come back around. Very extreme. You don't have to be necessarily high value to get her back, but show that your life has been escalated. Show that your life has been, you know, increased without her. Trust me.
And you feel better about yourself anyway. In the
Exactly. And most of the times you end up getting over her anyway.
Can I ask something before you head out?
What's up?
So when you, because I listened to a majority of your podcast, like I'm almost done with it, but when you were mentioning like you have to punish a girl whenever, you know, when she does something that like you don't like, when it gets to that point where you have to separate yourself for a few days and not talk to her.
Right.
How do you go about hitting her back up, or do you wait for her to hit you back up, or how do you do that? And then specifically, like, what do you say? And because I don't like, you don't want to come off as too desperate, I'm sure, and all that.
Well, if you're in a situation like that, one, you have to you usually wait for her to hit you back up. Because if you're going a long time without her hitting you back up, you kind of lose leverage, right? And so when you're punishing her, you have to wait for her to hit you back up, and she should be wanting to hit you up, right? Because that's the whole point of the punishment, is extracting your attention. Because when you take your attention and you take your space, you're telling her that, listen, if you continue this behavior, I'm going to separate you myself. Actions speak louder than words. And the action that you're displaying is, okay, well, I'm going to separate myself from this situation. So that's basically saying to her, if I continue this bad behavior, you're going to leave me. So ultimately, she should be begging and, you know, going on her way to want to talk to you and hit you up. Right. And then, so if you hit her back up, you don't have to say, you could just say, hey, what's up? But usually she should be wanting to hit you up. In most cases, girls, they hit them up for days, especially if you talk to them. If you haven't talked to them in 3 days, if you haven't talked to her in 3 days and she's not begging to hit you up, you got a problem. You might need a reset, or you might just need to get rid of that girl completely, depending on your in particular situation. I don't have enough logistics on your situation to be exact, but certain things are in order sometimes, you know, depending on your situation. Depends how long you've been with her. It all depends. Everything is subjective. Guys, if you want to learn what a reset is, join Patreon. That's exclusive content. Answer your question, though?
Yeah, more or less. I think I've been taught. What's funny about this girl is that I actually got friend zoned by her, and then I guess when we met up, she like things changed. And usually this doesn't happen. Like there was one point where she was like, "You're like little brothers to me," and you know, and then no, but hear me out. Like we ended up having sex, and I think that created like a small soul tie to where at one point, like a few weeks ago, after, because it's like long time, she lives in a different city, so like I went to visit, and when I got back from my visit, she was like super, you know, obsessed, like always messaging me. But at this point, like the relationship was like different. Like she would like disrespect jokingly, like calling me a bitch and all that. And as before, like I found you, I would just brush it off. But then recently, I went about telling her, yo, like can you not do that anymore? Like I'm not into it and all that. And so now, like, she's been distancing herself, like, a little bit.
Her actions don't match her words.
Sorry?
Her actions aren't matching her words.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm thinking, like, do I just... Because I don't mind, like, going long periods of time, you know, without talking to her, but...
You have to mirror her energy.
I'd like to keep her in my life as well.
Yeah, but you have to mirror her energy. One, you got to understand you're dealing with a long distance relationship. So if she's pulling away, you have to match her. You have to match her energy times 2. Whatever she does, do it times 2. She pulls away, you got to pull away too. You got to let her know, bitch, I don't need you. You got to show higher. You got to display higher value. Mirror her energy. Very simple. She don't talk to you for 2 days, do the same times 2. Very, very simple answer.
Okay. And I'm particularly not worried because we already like booked she already booked the flight to come like in a month. So like even if I don't talk to her for a week or two, and I don't think there's like a probability of her like, you know, changing her mind saying she doesn't want to come. So either way, like you know, she's coming for a visit. So do you think just not talking to her for a while would build up attraction, or?
Oh yeah, she gonna fuck the shit out of you.
Yeah, it's anxiety. You have to look at the video on Patreon when I give the different types of anxiety. Anxiety builds a woman's attraction. There's studies done on this, buddy. Right? But
Yeah.
mirror her, and she's already invested. She already booked a flight.
So when
She's testing you.
when she's long distance, is that when she like disrespects you the most? Like when she leaves?
No, in person.
Well, he said it just started.
It was the first time we met in person, but in person it was like a lot more affection.
Didn't you say the disrespect just started when after you seen her?
No, it was since the beginning. We always had like that for like that friendly.
And that's why you got friend zoned.
Yeah.
Because you're allowing that disrespect. Stop that shit.
But he fucked her though.
Yeah, he did. But you could get it because there's that attraction, but you have to change it. He did something right to get out of that friend zone, but you have to correct that. And see, there's small things like this that men don't understand why women are initiating divorces. And if you go with that whole mindset, happy wife, happy life, her desires come first, her needs become before mine.
She's gonna be talking crazy.
Exactly, absolutely not. You correct that shit, and if she continues, separate yourself. I don't care if you're with her. She pull that shit in front of you, which she probably will do because if you're not in person, you know what I'm saying? You haven't done it in person yet when you corrected her. Do that shit in person. Be like, yo, stop talking to me like that. And if she persists, separate yourself. I don't give a fuck if you're in the same room with her. I don't care if you're in her hotel room. I don't care where that. Yo, I'm gonna ask you to leave if you continue to do that. Listen. If whatever her room, if you're in her room, you leave. If she's at your place, be like, yo, can you leave? I don't care if you gotta go book. I'm serious. I don't care how far she traveled. Let her know that you're serious.
Yeah.
Simple. Very easy answer.
She childish.
Very easy answer. And that's the problem nowadays. Women don't know their place in relationships. And men aren't running relationships. That's why divorce rates are so high. You can't always chalk it up to, oh, I'm being abused. Oh, he cheated. Because when you look at the statistics on that, that's not majority of relationships.
Two sides of the story.
Exactly. It's two sides of the story. But then most cases, men aren't doing that. Times are different. Simple. You got to understand relationship dynamics, but you got to nip that shit in the butt. So I say everybody in the world should be subscribed to Patreon. I got the sauce, man. I'm telling you. And everybody subscribe to Patreon, and I start making a fucking $1 million a month, I'll be happy. Yo, fucking Jordan Peterson makes 80 grand a month on Patreon.
God damn.
That's my goal right now. I done heard that shit and I want it. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. It's kind of late. Randy got to be up in the morning. I'll holla at y'all. Thank you, everybody who joined. If you're not on Patreon, join Patreon. Subscribe to the Spotify podcast.
Gang business.
Follow me on Instagram, Nation Hip Hop, and Fisherman KB, and True Nation _RedPill. Those are all 3 Instagrams. Randy, you want to give him your Instagram?
At Randizzle. At Randizzle.
Yeah, spell it out for them. That's a
RANDIZZLEEE.
All right. Is that underscore at the end too?
Nah, I got rid of the underscore.
So you got rid of the underscore.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for joining. I'm out of here. I know we're gonna have a lot of subscribers after this. I didn't put out a lot of sauce. Thank you. I gotta end it on. I forgot that I was on YouTube. Look at that.